I faced this before. Usually you don't take here. You play e5 or yeah, you play e5. They take, and then you play. Like knight f3. Then I play d6. I faced this before. Forgot. Oh, theory. This is so theoretical. Yeah, I hate this line. I usually don't take this. I totally forgot what I was doing until I took it. Oh, instead of playing this, I could just play queen b6. I'm such a moron. All right. Damn, I messed up. They can play queen d6 here. And I have to play queen e7 after that? Shiza. They're thinking about it. Like I said, you don't let them take with the knight. Worried about knight b5? Why? I mean, knight d6. Knight d6 doesn't do anything. I'm just going to take this. Yeah, they should have did that prior too. So I can play queen a5 check, and then they either have to play queen... They either play queen d2, knight d2, or king f1. And then I play a6. They play knight c7. And then I play... I don't even know what I do there. I think I let him just have the rook, because I could just get it back with this. If they play b4, I just take the pawn with the queen. a6, knight c7, rook b8. And then what? Rook c1. How do they protect this pawn? I don't think they can. I think I just win this after that. Now the knight's trapped. I can play queen b6 here. Or b5 first. So if they play a4, then I play queen b6. Like, they got nothing. I think I'm fine now. Well, they know they have to prepare it because if they don't, I just take it. But like I said, this knight's trapped now. It's mine. If they move this knight off of there, this pawn's mine. And then the queen has to move, and then I get the knight. Them allowing me to castle is what lost them this game. Allowing me to castle and not playing queen d6 immediately before knight b5. Knight b5 didn't scare me. Queen d6 scared me because that meant that I had to play queen e7, and if they played knight b5, I couldn't take the queen, and I couldn't castle either. Then I'd have to play a6, and then they play that. So my queen being here defending was the issue if they played queen d6 initially. Well, they couldn't do anything. They had to play it. I mean, they could have just went back, but if they move back, I just take the pawn. Now they're thinking like, oh shit, my knight's trapped. Now what? I really wasn't expecting to play king b1 either. I thought they were just going to just allow me to trade and then just have this knight here. Yeah, that's why I was wondering why they didn't play queen d6 immediately. Like, as soon as I did it, I was like, oh, crap. I was like, oh, crap, Yeah, I figured rook c1 was the best move here. You mean king f1? So, if I play... So if I play rook b8 or rook b7, they play what? Knight. Probably knight. Knight takes here. So they didn't. Knight takes here. Knight here. Ooh, knight there's cute. I like that. And they get a pawn out of the deal. And they maintain tension here. I mean, I'm up a pawn, so, like, I basically have a knight for 2 pawns. Or they have... yeah, I have their knight for 2 pawns. Knight d4 is met with bishop takes e5. Yeah, king f1. King f1 wasn't something I was thinking they were gonna play. I thought they would just play queen queen d2 and then just continue development. But the onus is on them to provide compensation, and they had it had they played queen d6. But I think that was just like the miss. And it allowed me to castle and just get out of the way. So I'm expecting them to play knight d5. I take, they take, and then I'm going to play queen c7. Or rook c7. Although queen c7 a lot attacks the e pawn. And then they can play... They can really mess up my pawn structure if they play e6. So I probably have to play rook c7 if they play knight d5 after I take. So if they play knight d5, I take, they take, and then if I play rook c7 and they play e6, I can take, and then they play knight d4, I play bishop e7. And then I'm fine after that. Because, like, that's a bad bishop. That rook is out of the game. This knight can't go anywhere besides d4. Ooh, they could play knight a8. Does that do anything, though? Knight a8, I play queen a7. Knight e8 doesn't do anything. Knight a8, I play queen a7, and then what? Nothing? They got nothing? They're all talking a badge? You got opponent? They've been thinking for like 8 minutes. They can't. I figured that out. There's 2 moves. Knight d5, knight a8. And that knight is trapped. The moment they play knight c7, the knight was trapped. I knew that. There isn't one. I had it all covered. Yeah, I don't see it either. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, this game was... Because there's not even a rook sacrifice, I don't think either. Like rook takes c6. I don't think there's that. Because the knight coming into d4 doesn't attack anything, so like Knight takes, or rook takes c6 doesn't do anything. Yeah. The bishop on e2 is doing nothing. There's no, that's like the worst bishop. Yeah, no, that's like the worst bishop on the planet. Yeah, see, I knew it had knight a8. Trust me, bro, I saw that. Yeah, I guess they could do that now. Does that do anything, though? So they get rook takes c6, d takes c6, and then the knight's still dead. So... Right? Like, I'm not making this up. So takes, or takes, knight d4, takes, knight takes. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, no, I knew that. Yeah, they should have just played knight d5, and if they were going to lose the knight and they were going to take the pawn, they should have just played knight takes b5 or knight takes e6 from c7. If they were just going to lose the knight, knowing that they were going to lose the knight, they should have just played knight takes e6. No, they have no material. They lost that the moment the knight went to c7. What'd they play? G3? G3, chat. G3. To play king g2, that's a little too slow. Is there anything that I need to do? I could... I could play bishop d7 to just close this off. So that I don't lose this pawn, because this knight's still dead. Still killed off. I think I like this move better than just taking this knight. They can play queen e7, but what does that do? I know the computer is going to nail me and yell at me for my early game. But it's fine. Question is, do I take the knight now or do I play... I think now is the time to take the knight. And then I can just play... yeah, queen takes. They can do whatever, and then I play rook d8. So they'll play rook d1, and then I play rook d8, and then I don't know what they do after that. Knight d4. With the idea of knight takes c7. The question is do I play... So I can play... I got a number of moves here. I can play... I can play queen b8, queen d8, rook d8, queen e8. Queen b8 sort of forces the queen trade. And then I can double up on the C file and just play C5 because they have, once the knight's gone, like if they got nothing here, they're all talking a badge. And if I play queen b8 and they play queen, and they play queen e7, then I just take this pawn and I'm basically ahead. So this forces the queen trade. Then I play rook f takes b8 to double up here. Yeah, I'm just going to try to trade queens here. I guess they could take this. But it's a pawn trade. So they could take this and I just take this. Or they take this. They can't play this because I just take it. So yeah, if they play knight takes c6, then I play queen takes d6. They play e takes d6. I play bishop takes, and then they got nothing because I have double rooks. And they can't defend this pawn. So this pawn falls. And I have the greatest bishop of all time. And they have this pawn. So they did play queen e8 or queen e7. If I take with the queen, they can take this pawn. Actually, no, they couldn't because I just take here and then this is defended. No, you just play chess, right? This queen can't go here. Play here, the queen goes here. Nah. I do not want that queen in my grill. G4. Okay. Wherever this bishop moves, the queen has to move. I assume queen h4. Queen c5, sure. Do I care about pawns? I'm up a full rook, man. No, I'm just gonna maneuver my rook here. Let's go rook d8, rook d5. Where's this bro going? Can't take here. Can't take this. If they play rook d1, I just play rook d5. You can't take this because the knight takes and threatens mate. I could just play h6, but they can take here, which I'm defending, but this just stops all that. Like, legitimately, they can't do anything here. Because now I can just take this. Once they play queen g4, then I just take it. Or do I take it? Really? What to do? What to do? I mean, I can just play queen. I'm just gonna play queen e7. I don't know what else to do here. They really can't do anything. No, I can take this. When they take with the pawn, I just play e5 to stop knight g4. Oh, cute. f5, queen here. Cute. And that bishop still doesn't do shit.